Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh back with another YouTube video, or deck profile. Today we're going to be doing a different deck. It's not Metal Foes. It's ABC, if you actually follow the channel for, I'd say like 2 or 3 months. You'll know I used to play ABC Metal Foes, which sadly no longer works due to the banning of Ancient Fairy Dragon, which I get was necessary to prevent degenerate combos, but still sad. So, we're just playing basically regular ABCs. I could, if I had more money, I'd probably make more hand trap centric ABCs, but this is a more just it's just a more budget build. So let's go straight into it. For the first monsters, you have 3 A Assault Core, 3 B Buster Drake, and 3 Sea Quash Wyvern. These are your union monsters. These are what is used to make your boss monster ABC Dragon Buster. They can be banished from field or graveyard to make him. C protects from traps. B protects from spells. And A protects from monster effects. They all have the same thing as once per turn you can target one Light Machine type monster you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip the card and special summon it. A monster equipped with this card is unaffected by your opponent's trap, spell, or monster effects. Also, if the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. And each one, when sent to the grave from the field to the graveyard, has a different effect. C specials one union monster from the hand. A adds a union monster from your graveyard to your hand, and B searches a union monster. So you play 3 because it's the most important. They're like the core of the deck, and they're really important to be able to search. And also it means you can run Desires comfortably, and you are very unlikely to banish 3 of one of them. Next you have 8 sort of starter cards, which are 3 Gold Gadget, 3 Silver Gadget, and 2 Photon Thrasher. They also have the same purpose, except Photon Thrasher can't actually be normal summoned or set, making him slightly worse, which is why he's a 2-of. He can be special summon while you control no monsters, and it's basically a 3 level 4 light. They're all level 4 light monsters. Silver Gadget and Gold Gadget have the same purpose. You normal summon one, and it lets you get another normal summon of a machine type level 4. Basically, the effect is when this card is normal special summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 machine type monster from your hand. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 level 4 gadget monster from your deck except Silver Gadget. You can only use the effect once per turn. It's interchangeable with Gold Gadget, so basically, if you have literally no play, you set a Silver or Gold Gadget, you let it get destroyed, you special another one, you let that get destroyed, you special the other one. It's a really linear play, and it's really boring. But, like, they're important to get pieces out into the field so you can make your rank 4s. That's literally all the monsters we play. It's a very small monster lineup. If I was playing hand traps, there would be, of course, hand traps there. Next up, you have 3 Union Hanger. This is the most important field spell. This is like the heart and soul of the deck. Basically, when this card is activated, you can add 1 Light Machine type Union monster from your deck to your hand. And then once per turn, when a Light Machine type Union monster is normal summoned or special summoned, you can target one of those and equip a piece from deck to it. However, it cannot be special summoned that turn. This is great due to the fact it gets you easier access to your pieces. And also you can trigger their effects if they just leave the field, which is great. And since the field spell is so important, you're playing 3 Terraforming. Any deck where a field spell is important, you play 3 Terraforming. It's so important. Next, I'm playing 3 Call by the Grave. This is basically just to stop hand traps. It makes your desires. It means it's safe to activate stuff like desires, because even if they ash you, you can just chain Call by the Grave and banish their ash and negate the effect. That's all 3 of spells in the deck. Next, on to the 2-ofs. 2 Pot of Desires for drawing. It's +1, it's very good. And 2 Twin Twister for back row destruction. And then for 1-ofs, you play 1 Foolish Burial to get pieces to the graveyard. Monster Reborn to like special summon the monster back and just make plays. Soul Charge, like you open this card, you basically win. You'll make some insane boards. And Regeki, it's basically a go second card you push through. It's you just push through for more damage. Then for traps, you play basically a full solemn lineup of 2 strike, a warning, and a judgment. If you open something like judgment plus any other solemn, you always activate the other solemn first, meaning you have to pay less life points. Because judgment originally makes you pay 4,000. So if you open that and say strike, you would if you activated judgment first, you would be paying 55. Whereas if you activated a solemn first, you'd only be paying 65. You're paying like 4,700, which is still a lot, but it's less than what I would originally be paying. And the last 2 cards, Torrential Tribute. This is a card, basically another board wipe. It can trigger your ABC effects, and its Dragon Master can tag out. If you were going to change any of these cards, you could change the Torrentials for some hand traps, or you could change like your Call by the Graves for hand traps, or if you want to, you can play Cyber Dragons and then a Chimera Tex in the extra deck to and a Kaiju Engine, so 2 Jizukiru and a Gamma Seal and a Slumber. And basically you just clear their field with a Cyber Dragon on board, and you go into Chimera Tech and attack for 2,000. Onto the extra deck. You start off with the most obvious card, 3 ABC Dragon Buster. It's such a good boss monster. It requires A, Assault Core, B, Buster Drake, and C, Crush Wyvern. It can be special summon. It must be special summon by banishing the above cards from your graveyard or your field. And once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 card in the field, banish it. This is a quick effect, so you can do this during either player's turn, and it's also a soft once per turn. Therefore, if you have 2 or more Dragon Busters up, you can banish 2 or more cards. Also, during your opponent's turn, this is also a quick effect. You can tribute this card, then target 3 of your banished Light Machine type Union monsters with different names. Special summon them. See, this is just ABC in this deck. However, if you're playing that weird little Armed Dragon Catapult kind of level 7 deck, you could get back the VW XYZ pieces if you're for some reason playing them. Just 3 of this guy. He's really good. Then on to rank 4s, XCs. Abyss Dweller for the Goki matchup. Tsukiyomi, because you make it with 2 lights, discard your entire hand, get pieces into the grave. Plan B, just in case you need to set on something and you have a bad hand. Tornado Dragonform or Back Row Disruption, it's an MST on legs. That's all the rank 4s I play. It's just a pretty standard lineup. Then onto the Link monsters. Underclock Taker, probably the best generic Link monster, still surprised it's common. Nightmare Cerberus and Phoenix for monster and trap destruction. Genius because it's a generic Link 2 for machines. Hip Ho Shinigen. I can't pronounce that. I butchered that probably. It's just a 2 light monsters, boosts Dragon Boss to 3,500 attack. And Deco Talker, because it's a really good one. This isn't a proxy, it's just a common. It was released in the most recent structure deck. Don't worry. This is a no proxy deck, by the way. Like a really good opening hand for this deck. Let me show you. Like the perfect opening hand is like is a gold gadget, silver gadget, or a Photon Thresher and a Terraforming. That's literally all you need. So start off Terraforming, searches Union Hanger, normal summon, activate Hanger, search for Sea Crush Wyvern, normal summon Gold Gadget, special summon Sea Crush Wyvern. Union Hanger's effect would then activate, equipping onto it B Buster Drake. Then what you do is you'd overlay the Crush Wyvern and the Golden Gadget. B would go to Grave, and then you'd make Tsukiyomi. B's effect would trigger because it was sent to Grave, searching A. You can then activate discarding, detaching C to discard A, and then you'll draw 2 fresh cards. You'll probably have something else in hand, and then you can just, depending on what else you have in hand, you can either sit on the Vugente, or you can go straight into a Dragon Buster with a hit post Ingen. It's a really simple combo, and it's just like, the reason I like this deck so much is because it is very linear, which it's also a bad thing, but also a good thing, because while it may not be the most interesting thing to play, it's very simple and easy to learn, which is like always good. So if someone was just getting into the game, I would recommend suggesting they play ABCs. One, because it's relatively budget. The most expensive card in here is probably the Gadgets, or maybe the My Secret Judgment. But since Judgment got reprinted in Battle of Legends Relentless Revenge, it's so cheap now, and so is the Gadgets are 4 each because they are the movie pack, and none of that stuff is ridiculously cheap. Tsukiyomi's got a reprint, so it's really nice. But of course, if you want to buy an ulti one, you can. Dweller is cheap because it's got a gold printing, which is the one I have. I'd want to get a super, which is a little bit more expensive, but not by much. Dragon Buster's £1 or £2. All the pieces £1 each. Secret Hanger is really cheap. I have a super. I have a playset super, so it's a little bit more expensive. Depending on what build you play, it's either cheap or expensive, because you can play a Hand Trap Centric, which is much more expensive with Ash and Droll and everything, or you can just play this sort of build, which is relatively cheap. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, leave me some constructive criticism in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.